So, I don't know if you ever noticed this before. Maybe you don't. And when I'm walking in these, do you ever hear how gross these sound?
I do now.
Yeah, they sound like somebody like eating wet food.
Yeah, it sounds just fucking disgusting.
I was walking around in the last podcast at the beginning, and I was like...
Yeah, that sounds fucking disgusting, man.
Now that I've said it, you're going to hear it all the time.
Yeah, thank you.
So now I have to wear socks and sandals.
Mm-hmm.
Or get to.
Mm.
You ready for us to start?
I am. Are you ready for us to start?
Always ready for us to start. Welcome to the Preacher Podcast, brought to you by the Baltic affected Trentendo. My name's Trent. This is Nate.
Hi.
Look at that. Nailed it. Mm-hmm. The last one.
Last fun.
Last one of these that we're ever gonna do. It's kind of bittersweet. Like it's okay.
It's like a symphony. It's bittersweet like a symphony.
Yep, gonna miss it. This week we're talking about the end of the world.
Yep.
Oh my god! I told you about the fact that was it last episode where I was wearing the cafe and the sunglasses, or was it the one before that?
Oh, hard to say.
I took an image from that while I was at work. I brought the video, and I was telling somebody I look ridiculous, and so I was like, I'll just show you. And so I did a snip tool picture of it and sent it to him. But I caught myself when I was making no expression. The sunglasses are blocking my hands are crossed, and so now every time someone's like, "Hey, can I ask you a question?" I send that image of me just being like.
Yeah, I think I'm familiar with that image.
I'm gonna put dead inside on it or something like that. But anyway, before we get into talking about the final episode, what time is it?
It's time for the Nate Bjork Popcast Pod Quiz.
There's a lot of energy in that.
Yeah,
good, because I need some energy.
In the future, if you want to submit questions for podcasts that are not this one, so in the future, because it's the same, it'll be the same email address.
For our other podcasts,
balticeffect@gmail.com, and do check out our other podcasts.
Yeah, they're great. Walking Dead's going to come back. It's going to come right in next week. We're going to try and record on Tuesdays as well. Tuesdays. When Better Call Saul podcast comes back, we'll be doing that when the show comes back. We're going to do one, maybe two on El Camino. It's coming out pretty soon because we got started podcast together on Walking Dead. But are kind of it really cemented with Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
that you could say that was our Breaking brand.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to be going back to that for El Camino. I'm really excited for it. Although I might not get to watch El Camino that whole weekend because I might have.
Is it this coming weekend?
No. So it's just the next one. I might have D&D that night.
Oh.
The next day I got to work that Saturday, and then
why would you schedule D&D for that night?
Because it's a group.
Cancel it.
It's a group of
cancel
people.
It.
Yeah,
cancel
don't
it.
do that.
Yeah, cancel it. Other people cancel for worse reasons.
I know.
This is a better reason.
I want to play.
I'm questioning your dedication to
Sparkle Motion.
Breaking Bad.
Oh, okay. I was doing Dying Darko line.
I know.
But my dedication to a show that's been off the air, and I'm still the only one still saying it's the best show ever made. No. And then the next day I got work, and then I'm going to see Rocky Horror Picture Show that next night, and I got work the next day. So it might be this following Sunday. We'll see how it goes. Probably not. I'll probably still be able to watch that Friday. But anyway, Popcast Pod Quiz.
Yeah. Okay. BalticEffect@gmail.com.
Did it. Question.
Shane, I'm just reiterating.
Okay.
Shane submitted questions to that one.
Donkey Shane.
Yeah. No, people never repeat email addresses. And
I know, you're doing that. You started all over again.
All right. What scripture is on the sign behind God in the arena?
John 3:18.
Nope. John 1:18.
Oh, some fucker's head was blocking the first one.
Yeah. No man has seen God.
Ah, okay, that's funny.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I'm pissed off. I remember the 18. I assumed it was 3.
Yeah.
I assumed it was 2 after the one we all know.
What is Grill Lady's first name?
Wow, she started talking, and I was like, boop, when she started talking, just like everybody else. Flair.
Sarah.
Close.
Which is Hebrew for princess.
Oh.
What insults? This is a 2 for Trixie.
Okay. Oh.
Trentendo for Trixie, dog.
I don't do it while there's a camera on.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not how voice acting works.
That's true. What insults do Hitler and Jesus call each other?
Fascist pig.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember the other one.
Hippie whimp.
Oh, okay. I remember that it happened like real quick. I just remember the fascist pig part.
This next one is a 3 for Trixie. These 3 remain.
I don't remember what that's in reference to at all. I don't know.
Faith, hope, and love.
Oh, okay. Oh.
And the greatest of them is?
Love?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Correct on that one. He had a lot of questions here.
Good.
Who all saved the world?
Oh, I guess, Cassidy.
No, prior to them, sorry. The people Cassidy listed.
Abraham Lincoln, Winston Churchill. I don't remember a third.
Frodo Baggins.
Oh, fuck, yes, fuck, that's the fucking line. Yes.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah, the comedy comes in 3s.
Yeah, there it is.
What Twilight Zone episode was I reminded of? And you've seen this one.
Have
if you
I?
haven't seen it, it's part of the lexicon.
Oh, okay.
It's part of like the zeitgeist.
Okay.
It's part of the paradigm.
Okay.
What else can I say?
I don't know, except for... Oh, well, nothing. It's my turn now.
What Twilight Zone episode
he's already said
was
that.
I reminded of when Eugene was in the hospital?
Oh. I don't know. I hadn't seen that one.
The Eye of the Beholder.
Okay.
That's the one where the woman was considered hideous because she didn't have a pig face like everyone else.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
We had there was a mess. Shane asked how well I knew Twilight Zone, and I was like, not well. I know that there was a man on the wing. And then everything I remember from watching Twilight Zone from when I was a kid got rolled into one file along with Outer Limits and Alfred Hitchcock Presents. Those are all just kind of a mishmash of, well, that was weird. Mm-hmm. When's Three's Company coming on?
Yeah, so the gimmick in Eye of the Beholder, because they all have gimmicks.
Mm-hmm.
The gimmick in Eye of the Beholder is, so they're like, oh, they're going to take her mask off to see her, face. Mm-hmm. And they pull it off, and she's just beautiful. And they're like, oh, she's grotesque. And it cuts to the doctors, and they all have, like, pig faces. Yeah, they're all, like, Cronenberg faces.
Cronenbergs.
Yeah.
Bunch of Cronenberg.
Look, we found this other planet with a bunch of Cronenbergs on it. Cronenberg.
I for a hot second thought they were going to fix his face because I just didn't foresee them giving Eugene the big exit. I didn't think they had enough time. I was like, that would have been interesting, and what they did was interesting. But for a hot second, I thought they fixed his face.
Yeah, I did too. Yeah. Who did Cass throw up with?
Woody Harrelson?
Mm-hmm.
Why did I remember that?
Where does God get groceries?
Piggly Wiggly. Mm-hmm. What his friend does.
Woody Harrelson also didn't he host SNL last weekend?
He did. He's got a Zombieland Part 2 coming out.
Yeah, Zombieland Part 2.
I'm actually watching Zombieland tonight.
Yeah.
So every Tuesday when I start after the edit, I start the rendering process, and my computer is just has to just go for hours. I'm basically just done with it for the evening, and so since it's usually kind of later by that point, I usually pop in like a movie on DVD, and then I have that going while I'm or Blu-ray or something, while I'm packing up stuff, putting up lights, things like that, or just like general bullshit that I've been putting off doing because I'm so busy at my computer. It's like now I can do something, and so I think I'm going to keep that tradition going.
I think it's a good one.
Even after we podcast on Walking Dead, and then I don't have to pack up stuff. I don't have to do the edit. I can just go right into a movie because I have like a bunch of DVDs and Blu-rays and I never watch them.
He has a lot,
and so I thought it would be a nice way. Like it has to be something I own on a physical format somewhere, and I've been doing that every podcast night. So might as well keep it going. It's fun. It's nice.
It's fun. It's funny.
Zombieland 2. Woody Harrelson.
What year does Jesse die?
2047.
2065.
Yeah, way off.
All right.
And then Tulip is a year after.
Nope, a year prior.
A year prior? Okay. Nah. I remember it was within a year, and I was like, oh.
Yep, so I imagine him his final year, finally like eating good food. Like usually,
that's what kills them.
the funny like thing is like when my grandma died, my grandpa was still alive. Like he like was because old people are helpless and they don't know how to cook. Old men are helpless and they don't know how to cook.
Absolutely. Young men are.
I mean, when we're old, we'll know how to cook.
I don't cook now.
Okay, but so like
I don't know why I'm not dead.
Well, you've got a fridge full of Freshly. You want some fucking food? Freshly.
Order off the internet.
Freshly.
You bitch.
You piece of shit.
All right.
Every Monday, this guy gets a fresh load of Freshly. That's why it's called Freshly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Weekly plus fresh. Okay. Those are the Shane questions.
Okay. What are your questions?
I've got some questions for you, and I'm just going to guess some. Okay. That's okay. Yep. All right. What's Flufferman's real last name?
Featherstone?
Mm-hmm.
What? See, I did listen to you.
Where was God at the very end?
Alamo?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's I thought when they I'd said earlier I thought I knew where they were going based on the intro, like when they show little clips of future stuff. Mm-hmm. They were really actually at the stage. They're at where's the place called where they were? Where was the Holy Grail? Where were they having the Apocalypse show? Masada?
Yeah, Masada.
So that's where they actually were. I thought they were at the Alamo because the comic they existed at the Alamo.
Oh, okay.
You're supposed to remember it too. The basement of the Alamo.
In some scene, I can't remember which, but some girl had a band shirt on, a rock shirt. What was the shirt?
I don't know. Leonard Skinner. I didn't catch that.
Eugene World Tour.
Oh!
Like it was like a 2 months later thing.
They did do it!
Yeah.
That's what happens if Eugene becomes a rock star!
It says Eugene World Tour and it had this like face on it.
Yes! I fucking missed that! Mm-hmm. How did I miss that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm so tired, by the way. I've been like out of it for the past few days, and today I was like, oh, I gotta like amp it up. I clearly missed it. I've watched it twice and missed it. Yeah, that's the thing that happens. It was like a spin-off comic where like someone, because a lot of it had to do with the time it came out with like Kurt Cobain killing himself, and like the whole suicide attempt was like more in fascination with him, and so this manager was like, I can spin it, because like the show, because all the kids are into that or whatever, and make you a big star, and he made him a star, and he took his money and some other stuff happened, but he became a rock star.
What?
Good job, show.
Jesse Custer died in 2065.
1965.
He was born in 1979. What other thing in the show happened that year?
The year that he was born. 1979. I don't know.
Little Mr. Dusseldorf.
Oh shit, that was the same year?
Yeah, same year.
That's pretty fucking funny. That's great.
Last one.
It's a good little connection there.
Why are we... that's not a quiz question. That's just a regular question I have.
Okay.
All right. You won the quiz.
I kicked all the asses.
Yep. All right, here's my question for you.
Yeah.
In 40 years, we're still burying bodies?
Yeah.
What the fuck, man?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff we're going to still be doing in 40 years from now.
It's fucking
disgusting. Let's just go ahead and everybody sit down.
Can we just decide to
stop? Get ready for this. The penny will still be here in 40 years. The flying car won't. It's a bad idea. We don't need it. Jetpacks will still kill people, except for that one guy that's kind of done it.
We don't know in 40 years.
That one guy's got... Have you seen the guy that, like... It's got a pack, but he's got things on his hands for like stabilizers, and he can kind of float like this. You haven't seen that guy?
Mm-mm.
No, it's okay. It's neat. And then they made they were Adam Savage. They made him a suit. They can 3D print out of fucking titanium now. Yeah, so it's bulletproof to an extent, but they did it more of just like for funsies and to show like the 3D printing technology. Mm-hmm. They made like an Iron Man suit to go over parts of it. He flew around like Iron Man.
That's kind of cool.
We're not gonna have it like in the movies. It's not in 40 years.
Okay.
We don't need it.
Okay.
What else is bad in 40 years from now? I was gonna say some really dark things, but I'm just not gonna. I bet we still have the penny. I bet no flying cars.
We don't have the penny in
You don't think we have the penny in 40 years?
No. Can't have the penny in 40 years.
I also decree that Alabama won't have a lottery, and dildos will still be illegal. Uh-oh. Emergency severe.
Oh, flash flooding.
Yeah, we get like floods on our side of town, really bad sometimes. So actually, we didn't used to. It all of a sudden started happening the last few years, and then now there's like they predict a bunch of rain. You don't care, but yeah, okay, yeah, we're still burying people. I think it's silly as well, but like I don't know how you're going to convince the religions.
I don't think you are going to convince anybody, but what's going to happen is new people are going to be born that will realize that burying people is a stupid waste of resources and land.
Sure, I agree.
So like
I
in 40
with
years,
your plight.
like right, and I'm just saying people our age are going to be dying in 40 years or less.
Yeah,
and we might be the last generation that wants to be buried.
Let me ask you a question. Do you know, and this is, I'm not trying to like lead you anywhere, this is a genuine question.
Because there are grown-ups now who are dying who don't want to be buried because they're smart.
Yeah, genuine question. What do they do with John Does and Jane Does?
Eat them. I don't know.
It disappointed me so much.
Wow, how am I supposed to know that?
I didn't know if you knew. I mean,
what do I look like?
A person that has a thought of this.
So, okay, here's...
I don't
all right,
know.
so... All right, keep this on the down low.
Okay.
If I have a body that I don't know the identity of, I dump it in the ocean.
Every time you get one.
Yeah.
It's a ritual you have.
Well, it's not every time. Like,
oh, there's a couple of non-ocean
well,
times?
it's not always convenient.
To get to the
Like,
ocean.
we live in Wisconsin.
Yeah. We couldn't be, we're in the middle. Like you can't go, you'd have to...
Like, here's the thing. It's a real pain in the ass because what I do is I find the body. I don't murder them.
No, you're trying to help.
And I weekend at Bernie's them on an airplane to the coast. And then...
You play a boombox and...
Yeah, I weekend at Bernie's them.
Yeah.
And it's expensive, but you should see my miles.
Sure.
Yeah. So... but you know what else? What's fun about like flying with your dead butt weekend at Bernie's car? Of course, twice the pretzel.
That and like everybody wants to hit on Bernie, so like
you
get the side action.
Oh
you get
yeah,
the, like leftovers from Bernie. Yeah, which is pretty sweet. Yeah, so yeah, they're going to still be buried.
So yeah,
if we can make a gentleman's $1 bet, 40 years from now. There will still be people being buried. You will owe me $1.
I believe you. I just don't want it to happen.
I agree. I agree as well. I think it's silly. I think that, for the reasons to actually bury someone, I think there's those reasons and more to not bury someone. Especially for like the memoriam part. Like if you want to memorialize somebody, take their ashes somewhere, throw them all over the dude.
But like Walter. Yeah, you can do that. But like also, I think part of it is people like to have a location where they can visit.
And that's what I'm saying. You take them there and dump it, and like that's
or
your
like bury even.
Yeah, well, even
like you're not using the whole You're not using all this real estate. You're just using a little like.
I would like to see it go away just because the expenses, the stuff that they put into coffins and things like that. Like aftercare is a rip-off.
It's a huge ripoff. Like because
people get taken. Like all.
Well, you're not gonna try to. If you try to dicker with the dicker, is that a word? If you try to dicker with the funeral director,
they're gonna spit on your coffin.
They're gonna do that, but they're also gonna be like, oh, I guess you don't love your loved one.
Yeah, well, the people that love their family more.
Yeah, it's just like, well, some people, it is their relatives, so they want to, give them a proper send off. But like, if yeah, it's coming down.
Holy hell! Good thing we're indoors doing a podcast. Let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on. Anyways, the takeaways there are. I'm a serial killer who disposes of bodies by taking them on an airplane with me to the coast so that people don't know where they are.
Also, this is funded by the Cremation Council.
Yeah.
We got to be transparent about that.
Yeah, absolutely. We should. Let's cut to the ad.
Hey, hi! When I die, I want to be burnt to shit.
Hi, what's this in this box? Oh, this is my Uncle Pete. He wanted it this way. It's good for the environment.
I hate this bit. But I don't want to stop it.
Yeah.
This episode, End of the World, was fantastic. That ending, talking about them being buried, was absolutely phenomenal. So, I'm glad that the ending of the show was the way it was. I feel like this episode tied up a lot of things.
A lot of things.
And before I go into the other thing, we'll kind of, I guess we can kind of go through, what actually did happen. They stopped the apocalypse, but to do that, like the Cassidy and Tulip fight, like that's one of my that part. When she's like, you always make me laugh, and he's like, yeah, you're good for a laugh or something like that, and a shag when I'm down. She punches him. He's like, but you've hit me a lot, and if you hit me again, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Yeah. And it's like, whoa. And then the brutal fight. Knew the fight was gonna be brutal, and then he made a choice. And I like it when characters make a choice. I like it when they can't just like back out of something, or it made it feel so much more real. It's like, this is the road we're going down now. Yeah. Can't unring that bell, and he fucking kills Humperdew. Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, my God. And Preacher showing up right when he does, backing up to what Preacher's dealing with. The angel and the demon show up, and I'm like, oh, it's fucking on like Donkey Kong now. But then I remembered during the fight that the Saint of Killers killed one of the angels earlier on. Like, season 1, when they go to get him, he clips one of them, and that one's dead. He never came back. So I was like, oh no, he can totally kill both of them. But as it got to the point where it's getting, I'm like, I don't think this is going to have the ending that the comic had. The Saint of Killers in God's ending is how it was in the comic. Yeah. Not exactly like the way that, because when he
Are you comfortable telling us how it ends?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it's basically, the Saint of Killers kills God, and he takes the throne. Okay. That's the similarities. Okay. How it got to that point, though, with Jesse, I was like, how the fuck did Jesse talk him out of this? Well, the stuff that Jesse was saying when he's at the other end of that gun, I was like, this is fucking horseshit. And then when they did the flashback and the Ocean's 11, this is what really was going on. That's pretty fucking brilliant. That was amazing. That was a great fucking idea to have him confess his sins and then kill him, go up to the heaven, take the throne, kill the God-Man. Holy shit. In the comics, that's more cockamamie. It's like there was a deal where Jesse had to be killed and Cassidy was going to do it, but then Tulip's stopping him. But then somebody ends up killing Jesse. Or no, I think they bring him back to life. The whole thing ends with Jesse and Tulip going off. Similar show. Cassidy, though, because he kind of dicked over God in a sense, part of the deal is that he would resurrect Jesse, I think. So then Cassidy goes to kill himself, and he burns to death, like in this, but God brings him back as a human. So he has to live out a human life, as one last little fuck you. Okay. So that's a difference in this. I like this ending better. I like the show better. I like how nice and neat things were with that. But rolling back to it even further, we got to see Hair Star's ending, or ish. Yeah, because he gets away, but he gets to play golf anyways. Yeah. Which is a great callback to a lot of things. The jerking off to get away. His whole thing with Flufferman, because how did he phrase it?
Something like, I will
pleasure you with my anus.
Yeah.
Oof. Yeah. That was a hard one to take.
Yeah.
Ha! And then him with all of his shit, and God's like, run.
Yeah.
That was fucking cool. And then Pensacola PD comes back.
Yeah.
That was fucking dope. That was pretty damn good. But
yeah, I gotta say, my what I liked about it is they tied up every single thing.
Yeah. Eugene had a good exit, and then even with the little fucking nod to it. And we also got to see we got to see Jesse question God. We got to see that, which is what he wanted to do. And all honesty, I was kind of at first like, this thing sucks. Because Jesse's all like getting everything he wants. He's like answering his questions. And he's just like it almost felt like because we had the scene where those two people were questioning God in the arena, it almost felt pedestrian, like to watch Jesse ask these same fucking questions until he got to ask him about his dad. And then when it got to the turn of we don't need a bitch like you. And he told God off and then told him to fly around.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking great.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think of anything else because it's all kind of all coalesces. It all ends up going together. There's a lot of little really great moments and it moves really quickly. There's a lot of shit that happens in this episode. Rightfully so. It's the finale. But what else do you think about the episode?
Well, yeah. So I guess what I liked about it, as I mentioned this a little earlier, I like how they tied up everything. The one thing that I appreciated was after the apocalypse got called off, there's still 20 minutes of show.
Today we're canceling the apocalypse.
Yeah, and there's still 20 minutes of show, and I was like, is that the end of the fucking series? Because I don't like that. And I hit like pause to see it, and there's like plenty of time left. I was like, okay, good. We're gonna see a bunch of other stuff.
A surprising extra amount of stuff. Yeah.
So I think this episode had all the stuff I like about the show was like it had the fighting. It had like some comedy stuff. It had some feelingsy stuff. They tied up a lot of they tied everything. I know I've said that 3 times now, but they've tied everything together.
Not every show does that.
Yeah,
we don't get that a lot with television shows. That's awesome.
Killing Hitler.
Which it finally happened. I'm like, I don't want Hitler killing Jesus. I don't want Jesus killing Hitler either, but if it's got to go one way or the other, I guess this is my way I want it. And then God, like, him being like, I'm ready, or he's like, I'm having second thoughts. He's like, well, I don't need you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good for him. He wants to sell paint.
Yeah. That's where it was, in the paint store where the girl had the t-shirt on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back and check it out.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. It was because it was like 2 months later. So Eugene's that was a pretty big that he got a world tour in 2 months. What is he? Jack from Yesterday?
Oh, is that happening yesterday?
Yeah, I watched it this weekend.
Is it good?
Yeah,
I have to check it out.
Yeah, it's fun. It's good. It's good.
It's fine. Yeah. To your point with the getting the fighting, getting the funny, we had an amazing fight montage in this one too, reminiscent of the Thomas Crown affair with all the squares.
Oh yeah.
I love
that. Was
editing
really
like that.
Good. Yeah, that's also I didn't write that down, but thank you for reminding that. Also, I like the call. I like it. I love it when they go to North Dakota for the nukes because
music's good in that scene too.
Yeah, it was. Did you know, fun fact, that if North Dakota were to decide to go to war against the rest of the world,
that would just be it, yeah.
Yeah, because that's where all the nukes are.
That's crazy. It's crazy that
they've got nukes and Fargo.
I almost feel like it's not true because we all know it.
No, it's true.
But it's got to be. Mm-hmm. It's like the Fort Knox thing. It's like, it's got to be.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I mean, it's because there's a whole lot of nothing there.
Yeah, why not? Why not put them there? So. Yeah. But, that was amazing.
And it's flat.
Oh, yeah, it is. I don't know what correlation.
I don't either, but I imagine that helps somehow.
Sir, why are we putting these in North Dakota? It's flat. God damn it! Did you not read the report?
Some general who doesn't know anything about digging
My
holes.
secretary spent days putting that together. You dig it out of the trash and read it.
So, what else do I have here?
It's a lot of show, man. It's a lot of stuff. It's hard, and the way they wove it was so. I never felt like they were wasting our time. Mm-hmm. And this show, as a whole, never felt like it was wasting our time. I mean,
and Tulip Jr. looks just like Tulip.
That took me a second.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, because my first thought is that it was her, and Cassidy bit her, and she might be a vampire, and she faked her death. I thought for a hot second, and then it took me a minute to catch up. But they had even said, like, Jesse had the line of, she looks just like you. Mm-hmm. Good job setting that up, show. I am even too dumb for you setting it up for dumb people. But that was great. That conversation.
That was a good one.
Fuck, man, it was so...
Where it was like, your mom, and she's like, Dad said you were the toughest, and blah, 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 and they both loved you. And blah, blah, blah. And he's like, do you know that your mom shot me in the chest twice? And she's like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And then a little bit of Tulip came out when she yelled at her kids to stop running around.
Absolutely. Her voice, that is all her. That's not her, I think. That's not her putting on an accent. Because she's, I told you I saw Sad Astra. Brad's crap. Ad Astra.
Shit. Crap to do.
Sad ass hats. I went on for days about how bad that was. Her accent in that came out a little bit, which is interesting because her character is from, spoiler alert, is from Mars.
Well, Mars has a south.
Excellent. Does it? Does it have a pole? Oh.
I mean, it rotates, right?
Damn it! I prepared a report about Mars. It's Since we're going to be colonizing it in 40 years.
So there's two things. Because there's a spinning axis, but also there's a magnetic.
There's probably a north and a south. There's probably. I'm just being goofy.
No, but now I'm wondering.
Now you're wondering it? That's probably been Googled a lot.
Because magnetic, for us, we spin on an axis that happens to have the North Pole be the magnetic north be really close to the axis.
It's convenient that it's north, too.
Yeah.
Because we can all be like, that pole is also north to us.
Yeah.
It's just easier when we're naming stuff.
It is.
It worked out really well.
I named my...
What if up north is the South Pole?
Yeah.
That people are going to be like, I can never fucking remember. And they're like, what's opposite? And they're like, why are you supposed to remember opposites?
Oh, Martians.
Didn't read the report!
It's a metric north.
Fuck me. Now I don't want to go to Mars.
Now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mars intrigues me. I'm a nerd when it comes to that stuff. I think some space stuff might maybe be a waste of time, but like I have this adventurous soul and a want to explore the universe, and so like when I hear something new about Mars, I get excited. I see the article, I go, oh, and I click on it, and they're like, this rock is not where it's supposed to be. I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah.
He broke my heart. I thought it was aliens. Thought it was Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I also, every time they say that
Dean
they
Norris.
discovered water,
The three booby.
and they make a huge deal about discovering that there used to be water there, and I'm like, didn't you discover that like 10 years ago?
Yeah, I feel like this is
every
knowledge.
few years.
Did you just discover this? Is this new to you?
Yeah.
Is that why you're telling?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. So don't think that I think that like space program should end or anything like that.
Trent thinks space program should end.
I carry a space pen, bitches.
He does.
I love that shit, man. I do. I just worry. I do worry because it's incredibly expensive, but there's a lot of breakthroughs. There's a lot of things that have come good out of it. So I don't want to just dismiss it. So.
Plus, it's the only way we can beat the Soviets.
I can't believe you said it before I did. You're right. It's a beautiful moment, man, when you realize that. Okay. If I was going to have to take a ride with you to the ocean. So, what did you get on this episode?
You've been real close to taking a ride to the ocean.
I've been taking notes. I've been watching. And I'm like, I think I'm ready to show them my chops. Stab.
Yeah.
Let's go for a trip. Shh.
This is Trent.
Anyway, all right.
All right, we got emails.
Oh, yeah. If you want to send emails about other stuff, balticfake@gmail.com. It'll be the last time that we take emails for a preacher. If you send them to us, we'll read them. We'll appreciate them. We do love you, so we'll definitely check them out. But we won't be able to read them on the show because we'll be talking about other shows.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, you want to read it?
I'll read it.
Yeah, okay.
This email is brought to you by Cremation.
The Cremation Council.
Yep. Shinogle sent us an email on the Preacher finale. He says, "Hola.
Oh, I was drinking. I messed up. I'm sorry.
Y'all won't believe it. I was strolling through the cemetery and found an umbrella.
That's hard. And I can't do it.
An umbrella someone lost. And it had some bullet points underneath. They smelled faintly of sulfur and kitchen degreaser, but I thought I'd send them along anyway.
That's good. That's fucking good.
I really like the editing leading up to the apocalypse with all the fights playing out in separate windows on the screen.
Yeah, that was so cool.
2,000 years after Jesus sacrificed himself to save the world, his progeny did the same. You were a good guy, Humperdoo.
Thanks, Humperdoo.
Also a good guy, Eugene. Love that he succeeded at his dream instead of taking the easy way out.
Oh, man. I love him telling off the doctor so much. It's fucking good. That kid acts the fuck out of that part. He needs more roles.
Yeah.
Everyone on the show needs more roles. Hollywood.
Got him?
Yeah, you know the show Preacher? All of them. Yeah, hire them. Okay.
Tell him I said hi.
No, I haven't seen Nate in a while. Tell your mom I said hey. Okay, bye.
How are they? How are they?
I said hi.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Back to the email. I kind of wonder what a heaven ruled over by Santa killers would look like. I think everyone would be wearing dusters. All the angels.
Yeah. This leads up to how Gunslinger happened, how Dark Tower happened.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think they did a good job of making us, if not understand, at least sympathize for God. He wanted to be loved and didn't really understand how that worked. The scene in the trailer with his unseen new creations was sad.
That was so fucked up.
Yeah, that was really... Daddy! That was so fucked up.
But at the same time, too, he clearly made them to just say they love him a lot.
Well, and that was the kind of the theme. That was kind of the theology.
What's that?
Taco Bell.
No way, that sounded like it was in your pocket.
No, that was in my...
You sure it's not your thing rattling?
That's right there.
Oh, okay.
No, that was it was coming from inside me. From inside the house.
I hate it when I get, like, let's say I don't eat a big lunch, and I'm sitting at my desk at work, and, like, it happens to be a time where no one's on a call, because it happens every so often. And it's just dead quiet. No one wants to say anything because you don't want to jinx it.
Yeah.
And so all of a sudden, my stomach's like pushing air around through all of the sphincters. Your body has more sphincters than just the one. Yeah. That was a fact someone had to tell me. Like,
yeah, sphincter is a type of muscle your body has several of.
Yeah. And the sphincters is what?
What? I was sure Cass and Tulip would wind up together, but I like what they did there with Jesse and Tulip and their daughter.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
I was seriously... I'm glad that their daughter didn't hook up with Cass.
Oh, yeah.
Or what if their daughter kind of looked like Cass a little bit?
That's funny.
Oops.
And it never aged. Yeah.
I was seriously touched by the fact... She keeps biting me when I'm nursing her! I was seriously touched by the final scene. Maybe it was the only ending Cass could have had, but it was still moving. It was, and they didn't focus on him. It was out of focus, Cass on fire.
That was amazing.
So that was beautiful.
It's a great fucking idea. Oh, it was such a good idea.
Well done.
God dang, man.
And then he says, I really loved listening/watching you guys talk about the show. It's been super fun. Even the episodes I wasn't on. Oh. Now, here comes Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Till the end of the world. Chernobyl.
Donka Shane.
Really
Really nice of you, man.
Yeah.
Damn. I was thinking about, because I literally got asked today, because I told a couple people it's like the final one. And they're like, what's that like? And I'm like, it's bittersweet. They said,
like a symphony.
Yep. Yeah, because that's how you saying that, I register. Anyway. And I was thinking about a lot of the other shows that we saw to finality. Like, I don't remember if we saw The Following.
No, we didn't. Go on.
To finale, I think we only did a couple of seasons, but it didn't go long. It only went like 3.
Yeah.
American Horror Story, we didn't, but that one's anthologic. It's an anthology series.
Anthologic.
Anyway, word stuff, think, brain, go. Under the Dome we saw to the end, and I couldn't fucking wait for that show to end. Best podcast we've ever done. Some of the most fun we've done, but fuck me, I never wanted to watch that show again. Breaking Bad was amazing. Breaking Bad's ending was incredible. And then we've had a smattering of shows here and there. I think, what was that? Sleepy Hollow? We didn't see that one to the end.
We never saw that one to the end.
So this is the second time that we've got an ending to a show. And there's not many shows that goes out on a win like this. And this one really did. And I feel I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful that we did this podcast season as well.
Yeah.
Because we almost didn't. And you said we should do it. And I was like, that
as usual, I was right.
And it was great. I'm totally glad that we did do it. Anything else on the episode?
I don't have anything else.
Well, I do want to let you know that Trentendo is going to go on kind of a long hiatus, not a lot of videos. Maybe something might pop up here and there, but we do have some ideas for stuff that might come out in the winter. Got to wait and see. I got a couple of things up in the air, waiting to see if that'll work out. And if it does, then we got a couple of great ideas.
We got ideas up the wazoo.
At least one.
So many ideas.
One idea, yeah. But we'll see. I definitely want to make sure I can do it well enough, and that's what I'm waiting to see. And if we can, then we'll do it, and you'll have it. It'll be fun. But until next time, Nate was nice.
Trent was nice.
Stella and Lizzie are pretty kitties, and we love you.
We did a past tense was nice.
Yeah. Oh!
You said Nate was nice. I said Trent was nice. Oh. And that was really good. I thought you did that on purpose.
No.
I was like, that's really clever because it was the last one.
I didn't think you'd catch it. I didn't want to get credit for that.
Yeah.
So
Good job.
good job catching it. Clink.
Clink.